نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وأصحابه وبعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما آمين يا رب العالمين. Alhamdulillah. So welcome to another session of Mulhatul I'rab, the very beautiful poem on Arabic grammar. And we have started this uh, poem to learn about how to read the Arabic text, to get familiar with the Arabic grammar text. And with that, we are also learning the rules of all Arabic grammar, because Imam al-Hariri has given us beautiful rules in a very precise way and in a very compact way in the form of this beautiful poem, Mulhatul Arab. And since we have started, we have done Mukaddima for the Nazim and the Nazm. And after that, we have covered the introduction to Kalam, Bab Kalam, and then we have done the introduction to Ism and Fi'l. And as I mentioned earlier, that Imam al-Hariri has not himself has given those titles to the abiyat, and someone after him has just for the ease of reading, and he has given all the abiyat the titles like Bab Kalam, Bab Ism, Bab Fail, and uh, let me show you the poem, inshallah. So here you can see the poem. Um, all these, as I mentioned, these Babel Kalam, Babel Ism, and Fail, they have been these titles have been given by someone who wrote this poem after Al Imam Hariri. Um One thing I want to tell you that about this poem, that you can say that we have three big chunks or parts of uh, poem, major parts in this poem. A very big introduction on the Ism Arab of the Ism and Arab of the Fail. You can see here. Uh, First, we have the introduction to the poet and Mukaddima. Then we started as I already told you that these Bab Kalam, Bab Ism, and Bab Fel are only the alamat. The Imam Al Hariri has not written the rules of Ism and Fail here. They are only the introduction. So you can this Bab Harf. You can say that these are only the alamat to find a harf, not the rules for them, and not in detail. So here all these you can say this is a big introduction to Ism, Fail, and her, and you know these all these. Now you can see that after doing that, he just started with the details, all the rules for the Fail and the Ism. You can see here. These are all the rules that we will inshallah read. So you can say that this poem is divided into three major parts. First, a big introduction, then he started with the Arab for Asma, and then after that, he has done the rules for the Arab of the Afal, and some of the topics of surf are also covered here. You can see here Arab Jamal Mon Salim. So these are the rules covered after a big portion of introduction. Bab, Huruf, Jar, You can see lots of topics are covered here, تقديم in the خبر and اشتغال, and you will see very new topics here which were not covered before. So in this poem, you will find lots of details of the grammatical rules, inshallah. As you know that this poem is of 377 abiyat. You can see here. So, inshallah, we are going to cover all these titles one by one, these bab or abiyat one by one, inshallah. So, for now, as I mentioned, this poem is divided into three major parts: the introduction, Arab for Asma, and Arab for Afal. Alhamdulillah. So, let's start with our now. We have we have done the introduction to poem and the poet, and then we did uh, Bab Kalam and Bab Ism, Bab Fail, and today we are going to, inshallah, start with uh, Bab of Harf, that is only the introduction to Harf. How we can find a Harf, the Alamat al-Harf. We did alamat for fail, alamat for ism, and now we are starting with a new uh, topic, that is Bab al-Harf, inshallah. So let's start, inshallah. Okay, Bismillah. مقدمة نازم. أقول من بعد افتتاح القول بحمد ذي الطول شديد الحول، وبعده فافضل السلام على النبي سيد الأنام وآله الأطهار خير آلي، فافهم كلامي واستمع مقالي. يا سائلي عن الكلام المنتزم حدا ونوع وإلى كم ينقسم، اسمع هديت الرشد ما أقول فافهمه فهم من له معقول. باب كلام. حد الكلام ما أفاد المستمع نوع سعى زيد وأمر متبع، وناؤه الذي عليه يبنى اسم وفعل ثم حرف معنى. باب الاسم. والاسم ما يدخله من وإلى أو كان مجرورا بحتى وعلى، مثاله زيد وخيل وغنم وذا وأنت والذي ومن وكم. باب فعل. والفعل ما يدخل قد والسين عليه مثل بان أو يبين. أولاهكته تا من يحدث. من يحدث means this تا الفاعل، كقولهم في ليس لست أنفس، وكان أمرا ذا اشتقاق له قل، ومثله أدخل وانبسط واشرب وكل. Then our bab harf is like وحرف ما ليست له علامة فكس على قولي تكن علامة، مثاله حتى ولا وسم وهل وبل ولو ولم ولما. Alhamdulillah. So this is our Bab al-Harf that we are going to cover today, inshallah. So let's start. Bab al-Harf. وحرف ما ليست له علامة فكس على قوله تكن علامة، مثاله حتى ولا وسم وهل وبل ولو ولم ولما. So here he's telling us the alamat for a harf. So what is he saying? وحرف ما ليست له علامة means ليس له علامة. ليس له علامة means there is no alama. There is no alama. So what is the need that he has to write about it? when there is no alama, that because this is also very important, when you do not have an alama, that is also a sign. When you don't have a sign, that is your sign. Right? So sometimes there is no sign for a herb, and we know that, but uh, we we sometimes do not see a sign, but actually this is kind of a sign itself. You can see here for the letters, you can see here, so you can see the jim is written with a dot with a nukta in the middle, and kha has a nukta on the top, a dot on the top, and here you can see there is no nukta, no dot, no sign. So actually, this is a sign that this is a harf ha. This is the sign for ha, but because there is no sign, and this is actually the sign. So just like that, a harf, because in a way that he's saying that there are so many alamat for ism and so many alamat for a fail, and actually while you can put all of these signs for ism and fa'il, you because those are all the signs that we are going to put in a word to see if it is a sim or fa'il. So you can apply all those signs to the harf, and you will see that they are not belonging to any ism. They are not belonging to the family of fa'il. So actually, the harf has no sign. Laysa lahu alama. All right, so it is kind of a sign itself that it has no sign. So Alhamdulillah, uh, this is the sign for her. By you can put any like for example, you can take a harf min. Min, you know that it min is a harf of jar, and we are going to put al. So before it. So you can say al-min, or you can put tanween, minun, or you can put, see, these signs do not apply. These signs of ism do not apply to a harf, al-min or minun. You cannot say that. Ala-min, you cannot say that. So even putting a harf of jar or any other harf, you cannot put before min, like qad min or sum min or sofa min. You cannot put any sign. So it doesn't have any sign. Harf is alone in itself, and it just appears before an ism or harf to the ism or fail to give a meaning. Inshallah. So here, harfu ma laysat lahu alama. فَقِسْ عَلَى قَوْلِي تَكُنْ allama. Uh, my ustad told me that here Imam al-Hariri has a very nice sense of humor, and he told me that this here the poet is getting, or Nazim is getting a little funny, and he's telling us that if you are going to fakis means from kasa yakisu kis al kias, and you know that kias means to ponder, to uh, uh, to think about something. So he's saying kis ala Ma akulu. Kauli means my call. Ma akulu, what I say. So ponder upon what I say. Think upon what I say. Takun allama. You will become allama. Allama, you know that allama means a scholar. So he was kind of funny, and Imam al-Hariri has another very funny poem, Maqamat al-Hariri, and it is quite because we are not the Arabic level is not of that level that we can understand the jokes inside uh, an Arabic poem or Arabic written. And inshallah, may Allah guide us to the right path, and may He put barakah in our time and in our work. So we will learn more and more of this kind of text, and inshallah, Allah will help us find, read, and to understand these types of poem. So here, Imam al-Hariri is saying, Takun allama means if you are going to ponder and think about what I am saying. What I am saying, I am telling you about the alamat for harf and alamat for ism and everything that I am telling you. If you are going to ponder and think about what and understand what I am saying, Qawli means ma'akulu, what I say, then you will become an scholar. Obviously, we are not going to become uh, um, a scholar just by reading a single bait or a book. But inshallah, what he meant is that if you are going to understand and what you are going to learn about all these grammar rules, then inshallah you will be a, a scholar. So here for kiss, you can see that for kiss ala qawli is the shirt, kiss is the shirt, and takun allama takun is also majzoom here. It is jawab shirt. So, and Allama is Mubaligha and it is with the Shadda. So, here you can say that the Imam Al Hariri is saying that ponder upon what I said and you will become a Allama. So here, one more thing I want to tell you about Al-Janas. And Al-Janas, inshallah, we are going to cover this topic in our Balagha session. We have just started, Alhamdulillah, and with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah, we are going to cover all those Balagha topics. But here, a little introduction to Al-Janas. Al-Janas is the topic we will cover in Ilm al-Balagha. And what is al-Jinas? Let's see here. Al-Jinas. When two words have the same letters, means they have the same spelling, but they have a different meaning in a sentence. It is called al-Jinas in Ilm al-Balagha. Alhamdulillah. So, first of all, you can see here. I'll show you the poem first. Look at this poem. Bab al-Harf. See here. Alama. وحرف ما ليس له علامة فقس على قولي تكن allama. Here alama, alam, allama. Both words have the same letters, the same spelling. Yes. The same spelling or huruf, right? So see here, when the two words have the same letters or the same spelling with different meaning in a sentence, it is called al-jinas. So here, in the first line, وَحَرْفُ مَا لَيْسَ لَهُ alama, alama is the sign here. It means the sign. While takun allama, the same word with the shada is used, same spelling, same huruf, it means the scholar. Scholar. So see, the same words are used here, the same meaning, and but the meaning is different. So it is al-jinas. Al-jinas. A very beautiful example of the al-jinas is and there are more in the Quran, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put barakah in our time so that we can learn more and more, inshallah. So here, very beautiful example of Al-Jinas from Surah Rum, Ayah 55. وَيَوْمَ تَقُومُ السَّاعَةُ يُقْسِمُ الْمُجْرِمُونَ مَا لَبِثُوا غَيْرَ السَّاعَةِ وَذَلِكَ كَانُوا يُؤْفَكُونَ. You can see here, Sa and Sa. Here, both the spellings are same. They have the same huruf in them. Both words are equal in their letters and forms. So you can see here, but the meaning, the translation will tell you that they both have the different meaning, and this is Al-Janas. And the day, the hour means the day of judgment, means the hour, the Qiyamah appears. The criminals will swear they had remained but hour. This is the hour. This is like the clock for 1 hour. They just have remained for 1 hour. So here, both the same words are used here, but with a different meaning. This is for Yom al Qiyamah, and this is for just an hour. So here, this is called the al-jinas, a very beautiful grammatical rule in Ilm al-Balagha, and inshallah we are going to cover such beautiful topics in our Ilm al-Balagha session. And I appreciate you, and I will encourage you to start listening to or learning Ilm al-Balagha, because you are going to love what is written, all the rules here in the in Balagha session. Inshallah. Alhamdulillah. So here we are done with our first two lines. And in the next line, he is giving us the misal for the huruf. مثاله حتى ولا وثم وهل وبل ولو ولم ولما. Here again, I want to introduce two other types, another topic, and that is the exam al-har. So there are two types of her that can be found, mukhtas and ghair mukhtas. Mukhtas and ghair mukhtas. You can see from the word, many of you who are Urdu speaking must know that mukhtas means ikhtisas, or that something particular, or something special for something, makhsus for something. You can say it is makhsus. So from ikhtisas. So here, mukhtas and ghair mukhtas, two types. One that is makhsus for some special words, and this is not makhsus for anything. So here, there are two types of her, mukhtas and ghair mukhtas. So what are they? Mukhtas again, I told you that is specific for something. So there are her that are specific, mukhtas for ism only. Mukhtas bil ism. They are only mukhtas for ism. And there are some huruf that are mukhtas bil fail. That means they are only mukhtas to the her. Okay, so you can see that he gave us the example, and he gave us these examples of mukhtas huruf here, hal, lam, and hatta, and just like that, other different huruf that he mentioned. So here is an example of mukhtas bil ism. So what are the letters? And you will, when we are going to learn in detail about huruf, we'll learn lots and lots of huruf, inshallah, for ism and for fail. But right now, only one example that we are going to see is that mukhtas bil ism is fil bayt. Here you can see al bayt is a ism, and fi is a harf of jar that is mukhtas for an ism. You cannot use fi harf of jar with a fail. So this is mukhtas for ism. All the harf of jar are mukhtas for ism. See, this is a very beautiful example. Fil baiti. Here it is our ism, and this is our harf of jar that is mukhtas for ism. And all the harf of jar can be used here. So see here, mukhtas bil ism. Mukhtas bil fail, that means the huruf that are mukhtas, or that are only specifically used for fail, that are especially for fail. The lam azhab. Lam azhab. Here, this is mukhtas letter for a fail. Alhamdulillah. So we learned about, we saw the examples for mukhtas bil isim, mukhtas bil fail. But as I mentioned, that there are two types, mukhtas and ghair mukhtas. So let's see what is ghair mukhtas. Ghair mukhtas means mushtarik. You can say that there is another for ghair mukhtas means mushtarik. Mushtarik means common. Ghair mukhtas means it is not, uh, uh, specifically or specially used for the harf of nasab, or for ism and fail. The mushtarik means it is only, it can be used for both. Mushtarik, common. Mushtarik means common. Common in both asma and afal. Mushtarik means common in both asma and afal. So, Alhamdulillah, see, غير مختص means mushtarik, and hal, as Imam al-Hariri has given us this example in his in his bait, where he mentioned some of the huruf. So, hal is one of them, and it is a huruf, harf of mushtarik. So, see here, hal Muhammad huna, hal ja Muhammad. You can see here, hal Muhammad huna, here it is used with a noun, with an isim. Hal ja Muhammad, here hal is used with ja, a fail. So هل is a غير مختص word, a مشترك word that can be used her, that can be used for أسماء and أفعال both. Alhamdulillah. So uh, one thing I want to tell you that when you read any matan, any type of matan, when they give those poets, those Nazim give us examples, they are very specific and uh, actually they gave us, they gave us examples with hikmah and for a purpose. And so when we read any misal, so there is something about these misal we have to look at and ponder upon. Try to discover why did he gave us these uh, misal, and because actually in Mutun the authors gave you all that they know in a very precise and concise way. They want us to know that they are very short sentences, very precise, and they are very careful about what um, they chose to write. So, anyways, in the abiyat, both lines of in both lines the harf are given, and inshallah we will ponder upon what Imam Hariri is telling us, and inshallah in the future when we are going to do more. Uh, we'll read more books in Arabic text, inshallah. We will try to ponder upon them. So, Alhamdulillah, this is for now. This is Bab al Harf, and we learned about the alamat for Harf, and these are few of the huruf that Imam al Hariri mentioned in his bait. So, inshallah, in the next class, we'll start with our Bab Nakirama Marfa, inshallah, and see you in the next session. So, I'm ending the session here. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك وأشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. بارك الله فيكم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.